Alright, so was going to do some more Pokemon today, but a new One Piece set just dropped. And we are definitely going to be doing that because One Piece cards are pretty great in general. So we are definitely doing that today, and that's why you can see this button. This is basically the second half of the EBO4 as well. So this is OP15 EBO4. So EBO4 got split between OP14 and 15. So we're doing the 15 EBO4 as well. So that's basically it. Honestly, love the card. NL, one of I don't know. I recently had a conversation regarding NL, and I think he is kind of overhyped by some, but underhyped by others. He's a really weird situation, and especially given what we know through the front panel that we've seen NL go through. There's a lot more to him that we are going to be seeing hopefully in the future, but we'll leave that for the future. Honestly, I don't know what I will take the character, but love the artwork over here. Beautiful artwork, and somehow matches the gold. Sometimes all of One Piece's card games don't always hit with regards to the artworks on the booster boxes, but this one they kind of nailed. I can't fault them. Even the heroines one, I don't think there was the artwork in the front of the booster box was anything crazy, but then once in a while they come up with something like really great, and this happened to be one of them. Pretty great. I do like the lightning blue on top of the yellow with clashing with the red of Luffy. Pretty great overall. Let's see, and there we go, 24 booster packs. Let's see if we can build something good out of this. Pokemon has not been kind to us in a while. Honestly, I wouldn't say that. We did pull out the Gengar full art from Ascendant Heroes recently, so let's hope we get some much better luck in this one. Let's put that to the side. I do hate how these packs open though. Alright, so we got Moji, Heavenly Warriors, Buggy, Risky Brothers, Impact, Dial. Man, they introduced dials and everything in Skype, and they did nothing after that. Lucia Kingdom, Kobe, Just Watch Me Ace, Django, Jewelry Bonnie. Okay, did not expect to pull that. I do not know the value of these. I'm gonna put the cards that we are looking for up here right now. I honestly don't know the value of this. These are gold border cards. So gold border cards usually are not worth much, but it's a Luffy Luffy Nika gold border card. So it might be worth something. But usually they aren't. Usually they're very low value. Let's hope we get some good ones. We haven't pulled a manga rare in a while, so hopefully we can get one of those. That is from that's from EBO4. It could be worth something. 15 Montblanc, Margarita. Oh, it's the girl who got beat up by Niji. Nola, Luffy, not bad card. No, as a leader card. I'll be in the shape. And Rebecca, not bad card. Pretty good card. Look at that. It's not focusing. All my mats are people. I'm gonna switch it to manual focus. Hold on. Let me see this. This autofocus kind of messes with everything. Manual focus. There we go. Better. Yep. Gonna keep it that way. I'll switch it back for the hits. That's our first Rebecca. Put that down there. Problem manual focus is it's too far away. Maybe what I can do is 1 second. You guys see it there. So maybe I'll hold it somewhere close to there. There you go. Alright, Charlola, Law, Uza, Mont Blanc Noland, Kabaji, Amazon, Quig. Quig was just like a scumbag of a scumbag. Like, it's a freaking cool Arlong card. That is an actually cool Arlong card. Dude, Arlong does not deserve that much respect. Alright, keep going. Alright, we have Emoji, Octoballoon. That's actually pretty cool. I like the fact that One Piece does these interesting dynamics given the diverse creatures in their world. Like Dr. Balloon, Amazon, Vegapunk, Ace, Laboon. Love to see a Laboon card. Always. We'll always love to see a Laboon card. Rogue, Bartholomew, not a bad Bartholomew card. And Kyros. Alright. Put that aside. I haven't been watching the One Piece live action, but I heard that they introduced Bartholomew in what was it? In Lockdown, which is interesting because I'm liking these new explanations that are coming up for certain things, and like Oda clearing things up before they come to be. This form of Luffy's, the Nightmare Luffy form, is one of my most favorite. That's a cool core card, but Nightmare Luffy always like the GOAT. I think Gear 4 was heavily inspired by Nightmare Luffy. I mean, you can just look at it and say that it was, because it generally was. It generally was. You can't not see it once you see that. Kuma, Goat, Higuma, Chinjao, Jinny, another Goat, another the Goat again, Bobby Funk, Kalgara. Kalgara's design was so good. I wish they did more with that character. Swallowbone and Avon. And Pearl. This was the... Yeah, he was the Sanji guy. Sanji arc guy. He got beat by Sanji. But... he was pretty... I guess he was tough in some ways. Koala. Dr. Hogback. Alpha. CP8. Don't remember. Risky Brothers. Nezumi. Finding it embarrassing. I find it embarrassing. I remember this. This was from this what we call. This was from a Thriller Bark, where they wanted to do the human docking. I was so. This was the biggest rejection for like Usopp, Chopper, everyone else who had participated in it. Dude, that was like, Robin has some of the most hilarious moments out of nowhere. Alright, we have Morgan, Mihawk, Connis, Goro, Araki, Woody Jones, Dressrosa Kingdom, Hesso, Luffy, Pyridine. Go ahead and use them, Mr. Luffy. And that's a sick art. Wait. That's an alt art. That's an alt art one of these. Oh, I forget the name for them. Event card. Yeah. That's an alt art event card. Not bad. I did not know they did these. Or they started doing these, I guess. Pretty cool. We'll take them. We'll take the alt art event cards. We're looking for some SRRs though. Like secret rares in general. Got a couple of rares. But illustration rares, SRRs, not that many. Alright, we have Curly Funk, Cheryl Leela. His ability is useless without his brother. Pincers, Fusa, Montblanc Noland, Ryuma, Hotori, Lightning Biskin, Miyaban Brothers. They were Usopp Zerg, yeah. Kaku. And Zoro. That's a sick Zoro card. Yeah, the thing with Manual Focus, I can bring the card up close, but that's sick Zoro card. Let me put that in a sleeve. I think that Zoro, actually, honestly, the Luffy Nika, the first pull might be the winner so far. If you're gonna be stuck with these, I'm pretty sure we'll get more. We'll definitely get more. Let's put that some. Sentomaru, another goat. Nico Robin, not bad card. Jenny, not bad card. Kabaji, Risky Brothers, Pacifista, Barrier Bolts, Luffy, not a bad card. That Zoro card is really good. I'd say this one beats that one. Robin, dude, what are you guys doing? And Sanji, you had to like kill Sanji on this. This would have been so much better. Looks like a girl actually over here. Sanji getting snubbed again. Those were good back-to-back cards for Zoro and Robin. Okay. Koala, Goro, Moji. Dude, it brings a smile to my face. Kuma, that's actually a very well illustrated club card. Leo, Black Robe Dragon Twister, Alvida, and Luffy. Dawn. Alright. It's turning around. No. Stay. Thank you. Right. Last two on this side. Can we get a good pull out of this one? Out of the first half. Hotori. Emmet. Oh, he's the guy. Okay. For those of you who have not caught up to Egghead, you will see him in Egghead. Holly, the Lucia Kingdom. Chopper, Brook, that's it. That's a viable Brook card. That's a good leader Brook card. Laboon, Helmeppo, and my man Brook. Getting some good cards here there. Dude. What is happening, dude? That's a sick ass Brook card. Like that. Okay. We have Spoil, Moda, Doll. I'm looking forward to seeing more cards of her. Hey, I just am, okay? Vegapunk, Bobby Funk, Alpha, Barrier Bolts, Bonnie, Kobe, Chopper, and Viola. Alright. Not a bad first half. I honestly did not expect to pull that one because I really didn't know that they were doing like alt arts for those. So glad to have gotten them. Definitely glad to have gotten those. But looking forward to something bigger than that. I would say Chinjiao, Charlotte, Lola, Finger Pistol, Margarita, Vegapunk, Yama. That's a sick Calgar card, dude. And so, go ahead and use a Mr. Dude, what is happening with the Zoro cards? Dude, that's... You know what? This Zoro card beats that Luffy card. It outright just comes in and like slices the head off of that Luffy card. That's literally what he's doing over here. That Zoro card, this Zoro card just took the show. There are like 2 Zoro cards that are great. Morgan, again, looking for more cards of her. Genbo, Koala. Would you let me eat the Flame Fruit? Yeah, absolutely, Sabo. Yerky, Nezumi, Rogue. I'm telling you, this card is just beautiful. You know what? Brooke just came in and sang that Zoro to sleep. Because this is by far... Holy shit, dude. Look at the highlighted parts of the music. It is just such a beautiful card, dude. I am so glad that that's a Brooke card. I'm so glad to have pulled it. That's a beautiful card. Holy crap, Brooke is just stealing the show today. There have been some good Brooke cards in here, honestly. Dude, I'm so glad to have I honestly wanted to do Pokemon today, but I'm so glad I did One Piece. Because these are some fantastic. I've seen that Dawn card before. Ryuma. Dude, why is Zoro getting so much attention? Because that is a Zoro's... Ryuma is basically a Zoro skin, okay? In One Piece, Ryuma is literally a Zoro skin. Pearl and Lightning Dragon. Okay, nothing big there. Keep going. A couple more. Alright, Califunk, Bartholomew Kuma, Moda, Kotori, Cody Jones, First Rule of the Kingdom, Kuma, Bram, Rebecca, Leader, Frankie, Smoker, and Tashiga. Reverse. Dude, is my luck just crazy? I'm pulling all the Brooke cards. And both of them are such beautiful cards. Holy crap, man. Brooke with the entire Straw Hat crew. Dude. I am so glad I opened One Piece today. Okay, we still got some more packs to go. We can still pull more. But honestly, I'm pretty happy with that. I do not want to curse myself, but I am glad to say when I'm happy. Honestly, I would like to see her return because she became a really big thing in Skypiea, but she kind of like faded away. Like other characters in holding such positions usually are shown throughout the rest of One Piece doing other things or interacting with other people. Qantas is one of the few people who has shown nothing. We don't know what's going on in the Sky Islands right now outside of NL, but I don't even think NL had anything to do with Sky Islands anymore. Holly, Bobby Funk, Altor, Laboon, Perona. Now that's a good Sanji card. Not the best, but not a bad card. And Borsalino. I'm starting to have more respect for Kizaru. He's kind of like a Garp character. He's the Garp of the new admirals, I would say. Because he understands the duty and he acts according to his duty, but he also has somewhat of a heart, you know? He cares about people that he is working with. I especially love the fact when Kizaru told Akainu to shut the fuck up as soon as Akainu made fun about him not taking his work seriously. That was, see, Gunfall. We have not seen anything about Gunfall either, but that moment where Kizaru's like, do you even know what the fuck you're talking about when you're telling me I'm not doing my work? I just had to kill one of my best friends in the entire time. In my entire life. Did you have to do that, you piece of shit? Fucking tell him who's boss, man. I respect Kizaru for that. I mean, he did a very bad thing at the end. He should have switched sides. But he also, if he had switched sides, he would leave so many in the marine just by themselves that it was a very hard decision what he had to do. And we all understand that for the better of the world, like as readers, we understand that for the better of the world, he should have gone the other way. But he doesn't know that, and no one in the One Piece world knows that. And they're acting according to what the character would do. Because as soon as he betrays everyone in the world government, everyone that's associated with him will be treated like animals, given how the world government are, and be heavily monitored for no fucking reason. Ruma, Seacat, Bari, Kobe, Orlumbus, in order do not defy me, and Ganfall again. Right, we are down to our last 3 packs. Nothing big, nothing crazy. Actually, no, honestly, the Brook cards, we already got 2 out of those, so I would say big in those sections. This was a Brook opening. Hamakiri, Heavenly Warriors, Moda, Crest Kingdom, Buddy, Yorkie, Finger Pistol, Yellow Lotus, Bonnie, Gum Gum Storm, Full Body. Again, dude, that card is so... This card is going so hard when he does not deserve it. And Sanji. Right, last 2. Buggy, Genbo, Heavenly Warriors, Konis, Yorkie, Braham, Orlumbus, Full Body, Altor, Nami, Home. There. That Nami card is going to get some attention. A lot of attention. Purin, Chinjao, Mihawk, Margarita, Hody Jones, Nezumi, Impactile, Hyruddin, not a bad Hyruddin card, Nola. Dude, I love this. I've gone through this Nola card a couple of times right now, but I do love the history of Nola and how he was like a tiny ass snake when Nolan and everyone were alive, and how he turned into that gigantic snake at the end. It's just fun to see in general. And Gum Gum Golden Rifle. Alright, not an alt art like that one. Alright, let's put that in, not in the sleeve, we keep that separate. And that's about it. Alright, give me 1 second, let me clear all this out and we'll be back with the heads. Okay, so we are back with the heads. Honestly, we kind of, if now that I'm looking at it, in terms of artwork alone, we pulled some of the greatest cards that there are. Honestly, I haven't seen the set, so not sure. But the clear winner today is going to be this Brook one. Not bring it too close, but that Brook is one of the best cards I've ever seen in One Piece. And I am so glad I've pulled it. I was going to give it to the Zoro if I hadn't seen that card. This Zoro is pretty good, but if honestly, like both the Brook cards, today was like a Brook day where both the Brook cards, we pulled the regular Brook, the alt art Brook, and then we put the leader, but also the alt art leader for Brook, which is kind of crazy. But the Zoro card, both of these Zoro cards go pretty hard too. But that's about it. I hope you guys are having similar or better luck in One Piece so far. And if you guys like the video, consider leaving a like down below and subscribe to the channel. I've been Korigami. I'll see you guys in the next one.